So first, I just wanted to start with what makes it a domestic crime? So that was the question that was asked. And what makes it domestic is when persons within the household lose their lives to someone else in the household. So that's what domestic violence is. When violence occurs inside of a household, whether related or not related to one another, it's the domestic side of it that makes it domestic violence. It's not unusual that these situations progress. If this was, in fact, domestic violence, it's not unusual for these situations to progress to the point of taking a life. It is, when there's a firearm involved, there's a 500% more chance that someone is going to lose their life with domestic violence going on in the home.
And I think for myself, as Arab American Family Services, we do know that the family is of Arab descent, of Palestinian descent. They are Muslim. And at this point, this has nothing to do with Islam or any other religion. This is about power and control. This is about gender-based violence. And this is, at this point, for me, in whether it's this case or any other case, is that this is not something that the community condones or the religion condones. And we have been talking and working about domestic violence for the past 21 years of our operation. We started in 2001, and we're currently still progressing and working. And so as Pam said, this is about family violence and the power of one person over other family members.
You were able to mention a little bit about their background. Are you familiar at all with the family, and what words, if you have been able to speak with any family members, what have those discussions been about?
And I am really going to respect what the chief of police have said and not disclose any information at this point, because a lot of speculation, a lot of things have been coming back and forth. And out of respect for the family and where we're at, and out of respect for the confidentiality of the family, we're just going to sit here and say that we're here responding to this incident together. As both organizations, we're part of a coalition, the Illinois Domestic Violence Coalition. We're here to say, you know, working together, making sure that our community is safe, making sure that the responders are safe, making sure that internally, if we can answer and support the responders in what they've seen and heard, and it's the right time for them to ask, we're here to support. But just because there's not a lot of information, we don't want to speculate and give information that could be misleading as well.
And if anybody out there is experiencing violence in the home, please reach out to us. We have a 24-hour hotline, 708-429-7255. SAFE is the acronym for the last 4 digits of the phone number. So please, please, please reach out and get help before it's too late.
And Arab American Family Services also has a 24-hour hotline crisis, and the phone number is 708-945-7600. And we are bilingual staff, so you will be spoken to in Arabic, and you will be speaking to someone who can help you and assist you. And we are reaching out to the community. If anyone needs to process this, anyone needs any assistance, to please reach out to any organization. Both of our organizations are here and committed to working with the families and the community and anyone who needs the assistance.
We're also happy to come and provide education to any organizations or groups that would like further education on the signs of domestic violence and how to get help.
I know you can't talk about the specifics of this case, but typically when you have something as tragic and awful as this, were there steps that likely led up to this, or could something like this happen just without any warning?
Typically it doesn't happen with no warning. If it's domestic violence, it's building, it's progressing. It starts off with, I mean, like Idadel said, it is all power and control. So it is someone taking power and control over your life. They are forbidding you from seeing other people. They are telling you how to dress. They are beginning with small interventions of physical violence that eventually escalate into taking a life.
So the coercive control is there in any culture, in any religion. It's about the power and control.
Class.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So it's little things that you start feeling, well, you can go meet this one, or you can't go here, or you can't drive, or you can't do this. And it just keeps escalating until the power and control. And when that individual feels he or she has lost the power over those individuals, that's when we know it's going to become violent. And this is a tragedy. This is a tragedy for any community, But this is a tragedy for a community that doesn't talk about domestic violence as much as we need to, and to address it as much as we should. And so we are hoping that we can prevent other incidents from happening if the community also reaches out and starts asking for help.
I also just want to say that we have a really great relationship with both the police department and the Village of Tinley Park. They have been incredibly responsive and supportive. We are always, every month we come to police roll calls and we talk to them about how to intervene at domestic violence situations that they get called out to. And so they are incredibly supportive and responsive. We just couldn't be more grateful. And unfortunately, tragedies like this can happen a lot of times because people aren't reaching out.
And I think for us at Urban Mark and Family Services, we have been going out to police roll calls. And I think what we would like to do is to continue to do those things. The culture is a little bit different. The understanding of the dynamics is a little bit different. And what we want to do is be able to give the police officers the skills and enhance their understanding of how to work within the community. But if community members don't reach out, whether they're Arabic, whether they're mainstream, whether they're Latino, if the community isn't able or hindered to reaching out and asking for assistance, then that is something that we also need to continue to do that work in the community itself. But we're here, and thank you. I think you've done a wonderful job of how you handle this and how you're continuing to handling this. But we would love for all police departments as well to accept the invitation when we do reach out to them.